Hey everyone, my name is James, and in today's video, I'm going to give you everything you need to know about customizing your character inside of Hytale. So, it's been a couple of weeks since we last spoke about this game, and since then we've had some pretty interesting blog posts. And they've covered such topics as the model maker, the server technology, and even exploring some of the block technology that shades the whole world. But this latest blog post about customizing your character is the first one that's kind of hooked me in, so let's talk about it. Now, starting off by looking at this pre-production UI, we can see exactly what you can customize about your character inside of Hytale. It all starts with that haircut, and we'll talk about that more in a moment. You can change your eyebrows, your eye color, your facial hair. You can have underlays such as t-shirts. You can have coats, and we'll talk about that as well. You've got jeans, you've got boots, you've got gloves, hats, eyewear. You can change your ears, and finally, you can change your expression. That's a lot of customization. It's something that this game is really pushing towards. With a game that's going to have a big single player and also a big multiplayer presence, they know it's important to establish that each person has their own personality, and they want to portray that inside of the game. Some of the hairstyles we've seen are pretty great too, so taking a look at the short hairstyles, here's what we've got. Now, surprisingly, I don't see mine. I wonder why. Why an eye here? But moving swiftly on, we can see that we've got a bunch of longer hairstyles as well, and this is just a small selection of them, but these come in a variety of different shades, so it doesn't necessarily matter what hairstyle you're picking because you can go the extra mile and tone it up a little bit to fit your own needs. And with that, there are a bunch of different headwears. So some of these include a witch's hat, you can get a bandana, you can get a straw hat, some headphones, and it doesn't matter what hairstyle you're using, these will actually overlay on top of those. So it's kind of like how in Terraria, you can have your accessories go on top of your armor. It's a bit like that. Now, this is the part I'm most excited about. So you can layer clothes inside of Hytale, much like you would do in real life. Like, for example, I'll often wear a t-shirt and then I'll put a hoodie over it. You can do that inside of Hytale. So having a look at this, it's pretty interesting because you can see in a lot of shots, you've got characters that have their own outfit, but then they've got a bit of armor over it, but you can still see that small part of the personal touch that they've added. And that's going to be really interesting because silver armor is not going to look like silver armor across everybody that's wearing it. It's going to look slightly different person to person because the cracks in the armor are going to reveal a different color that that person is wearing underneath. And I think that is really interesting. Now, coats and such in the game will also have a little bit of movement. This is like in Terraria with the longer hairstyles that flow in the wind. The coat will actually drag behind you as you run. This is a little animation of it, and I think it looks ace. Now, all of the themes that they're working towards are based on fantasy. They know it's going to be a fantasy game, so they want all of the outfits to have that fantasy style. So when deciding what outfits can go into the game, they're trying to approach it via colors. So for example, fantasy colors are a lot more saturated, a bit darker, but they also want to give some more modern outfits, and those have brighter colors. They're a lot more neutral. And I think that's a very interesting way to look at it because you have the same theme across the game, but you're using colors to shift through different parts of the adventure mode. Say, for example, you're in the sand biome, maybe you want to wear something that's fantasy, but it's also stripped back a little bit for heat. You can do that, but if you want to rock through the game in your modern outfit, you can have a very similar outfit, just changing the colors slightly. It makes a huge difference. Now, I did find one thing that kind of looks like the clothier, maybe. It's kind of a red beanie, this guy's wearing it. It looks a little bit like the clothier's hat, how it's got that black strip around it. Maybe, maybe not. But yeah, that's the only one I could find. Now, you can also do emotes in the game, and I know what you're thinking, let's get that default dance in there. But this is going to be good for people that want to express themselves and just do a little laugh. You have that available to you. Now, we also have this little guy here. I think this animation is awesome. So this is an idle animation. He just looks around. He's just a little bit curious. So it just adds a little bit of personality to being away from your keyboard. I don't know. I just thought it was pretty neat. It's small, but it's neat. And that really does summarize everything you need to know, and the most exciting part about it is that layering option. It's something I wish you could do in Terraria. I don't exactly know how it would work. You would need to maybe strip back some of the armor plates in that game, but you know, it's just something to think about. Right, so that's it for today's Hytale video. If you did enjoy this one, please be sure to give me a big fat thumbs up. It goes a long way. And if you are new around here and you're interested in this game, maybe consider clicking that subscribe button. I cover a lot of Terraria here. That's mainly what I do. So if you also like another indie project, well, you're in the right place. Anyway, thank you all for watching. By the time you see this, just throwing this out there, it'll probably be my birthday. So hey, happy birthday to me. And that's it. Thank you all for watching, guys. Peace.